Hey, paisanos! Welcome to the Super Hateful Geeks Super Show. I'm one of your many hosts, Phil.
This is Sweeney.
I'm Andy.
This is Tim.
Oh, I was very excited.
And we're going to be talking about E3.
E-Trace.
E3, for those of you who are not in the know, is the big video game.
Whoa, Freud
whoa,
was right
right
now.
Whoa.
Already ruined it. Start over.
Tatooine and Endor.
Nope, bitch, we only do one take.
We're offending people real quick.
This was the big video game developers media, like once a year, the big one. This is the video game mecca, Electronic Entertainment Expo. All the big developers are there, where they go and they basically shoot their loads and pray that you'll throw your money at them. So your faithful geeks this week will be diving into some of the biggest titles that dropped at E3 this year, and whether or not E3 was really worth your time.
Right.
And,
I was gonna say, what big titles?
and for those of you who are gamers like we are, it might be time to find a new hobby.
Like drinking.
Oh, that's just one of my.
No,
many
you know what? I'm
hobbies.
going to do both.
Touche. Some of these games might lead you to drinking.
Well,
but
You know what? Yeah. This is true.
So let's just dive right in. We're going to talk about some of these big titles and have at it.
Let's go.
So
Let's do it.
One of the big trailer releases that dropped at E3 was a video game called Cyberpunk 2077.
I feel like that needs to be like a rock band. Cyberpunk.
Like this game literally looks like it blew Blade Runner. And don't get me wrong,
yeah.
I'm big into the Cyberpunk, like what's the Night Runner and all the good like old school like dark cybertronic cyborgs future shit, like neon lights and guns and all that crap.
Like Blade Runner.
Like like Blade Runner invented the cyberpunk genre.
Right.
But this is your chance, guys. For all of you who have been itching for that cyberpunk video game, Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out. Was there gameplay footage? No. Was there a super long trailer that made no sense? Yes.
For a game that was announced like a year and a half ago, I thought it was going to get canceled.
Yeah. Which it still could, because E3 has been known to promise things and then they just crap the bed.
Hey, let's not do that.
This could be a bait and switch, a hardcore one.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are into this genre, and it could end up just falling on its face.
I super dug the hell out of that trailer.
Like how many times they've promised Final Fantasy VII?
Hey,
that didn't even show up at E3, so we won't be talking about it.
That'll be in my disappointments later on in the episode when we talk about it.
Andy, did you get a chance to see the Cyberpunk 2077 trailer?
I saw stills of it. I didn't see the trailer itself.
Anything that stuck out to you in those stills?
Not at all.
I know.
Shocking.
I know one thing. One thing is that it's first person.
Okay.
Because they didn't really
That's
give out a
great.
whole lot of information. It was just like, here's this trailer.
So we've narrowed it down to 60% of the video game genre.
Right. Yeah.
This game could be anything, and like once again, like I kind of feel like this was a theme for E3 this year. They're just a lot of like fluff, a lot of this and not a lot of this. You know what I mean? A lot of talking, not a lot of jerking.
It kind of feels like we're in that. It feels like the developers know we're nearing the end life of our current console gens.
Yeah.
And when you start to hit that end, this is when everybody's like, here, you could have this. We got this. Next.
Yeah, no, they are already talking about PS5, but they said 2021 or 22. It's supposed to be at least a couple years away, but they are talking about the next generation coming down the line. Another game, Jump Force.
Jump Force!
This is where my Freudian slip of anime came from, because I was thinking about Jump Force.
I kind of saw this, and then they sold me when I saw Frieza battling Naruto.
For our listeners who aren't familiar with the Jump All Stars or this trailer, Jump is a comic or a magazine line in Japan, which basically features an issue every week of your big show. It's called Shonen Jump, and it's your young men comics. You got like My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball was big in it, Fist of the North Star,
One Piece.
basically anything where it's like fighting and young men powering up and doing push-ups on their knuckles.
Yeah.
So here's a video game coming out called Jump Force, which is basically combining all your favorite Jump anime characters into a fighting game.
I'm okay with it.
Which it seems like it's up both your guys' alley because of the fight. Like I don't really get into fighting games, and I'm not super into anime. So
you would say that, but I am a big fighting game guy. But I'm a good. I take my fighting game mechanics incredibly seriously, and Jump All Stars has never been an in-depth fighting game of any sort.
It's not there's not a really good fighting style to this game. These types of games. It's a very generic, like, oh, you can just push this button and then it does this. Like it's never
it'll be an eye vomit button mash.
Yeah, it's never really like a hey, if I master this person, I can learn.
Oh yeah, right. I can take you out in 8 moves.
Right. No, it's like, hey, just push a bunch of buttons, watch what happens.
Right.
Andy, I'm gonna need you to curb your excitement for this game real quick.
I'm like, wait a minute, now you're intriguing me.
He's excited now. Wait,
just push a button.
Wait a second.
Oh, maybe it is a fighting game that Andy will actually get into then.
I don't need any skill.
The only announcement for this game that has intrigued me and has made me think I might look into it further down the line is that they've announced some of the other Jump characters that are going to be showing up.
Yeah.
And one of them is Light Yagami from Death Note. And I am incredibly interested to see his fighting style against somebody like Goku.
It's not a fighting style. He just writes names.
If his moves are basically him writing and doing gigantic like moves where it's like slash, write your name, slash.
He just throws pages.
I'll play that game.
He just throws pages at.
He like takes his pencil, like throws a pencil.
Spelling Son Goku.
How can he fight? Like he just writes in whatever.
I don't care if I can play as Light Yagami and write down everybody's name in the Death Note,
and then you just win,
just destroy Death Jump Force.
You win.
I'm good. Winner, chicken dinner, done. But yeah, that was a big anime fighting title coming down the line. Next, Battlefield 5 got announced.
Why? Like, I mean, I get it.
Hated it.
Like these types of games, Battlefield 5. We'll get to another one. Same genre. God, we'll get there. But like, like we know what it's going to be. It doesn't change. They haven't brought anything new to the genre.
Yeah, it's World War II.
Yeah, I mean, it is
World War II.
Yeah,
the last one was World War One.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the last Battlefield was World War One. The last COD was 2.
Correct. 2. Yes.
Yeah.
Gives a shit.
But
man.
it's like it's a first.
Maybe I'm getting old, but I don't give a fuck about Battlefield or Call of Duty anymore.
No, I
it was fun for a while until they got way out there with all those futuristic weapons.
What lost me was all the microtransactions. Like you now have to purchase loot drops and all this shit to be able to try to be competitive or to get the cool camos.
But before
and all
it was like based upon your skill. Like you got so many headshots, you got so many kills, you unlock things.
Wasn't there one that just straight up took place in space?
Future Warfare.
Was it like Advanced Warfare?
Yes.
I think the story started in space. You were like in a space station and.
No. He's right. There was I'm pretty sure there's a Call of Duty that took place like in the future. And I think Jon Snow was in it. Like I'm trying to remember the name of the
Jon Snow.
Kit Harington was like. You got to understand these games jumped the shark after Modern Warfare 2.
I mean, it's just like they realized they had a cash cow, but they didn't realize like it had an end. Like you can't just keep pumping this out and like hoping people like blindly just pay you for this stuff.
This comes out every year, November.
First, that's another thing. Like first-person shooters, they have a loyal fan base, and we were part of it for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
I played, but every fucking year we need a new Battlefield or we need a new Call of Duty. No, we do not need a new one of these every fucking year, especially when it's the same goddamn game with different skins and some tacked on 2-hour plot that goes nowhere. And let's be honest, man, how much do you care about like
nobody buys it for the story?
No.
Doesn't happen.
Because it seems like they get like a big actor. Because I think one time they got Kevin Spacey to be like the villain for the story.
They did, yes.
They got his likeness and all that. Like
foreshadowing.
Don't need that. Foreshadowing.
Being the villain.
It's at the point where like I'm next.
Right. Like I'm done with it.
And that's probably should have been the fucking undertag theme of E3 2018.
Next.
Done.
See you next year.
Next one. Sorry, go ahead, Andy.
That was our theme this year. We'll see you next year.
we might have more.
We might give a shit then.
Maybe.
Next one's a game that we've been talking about, that I've been talking about. I mean, you guys have been like talking about it with me, but Anthem.
Anthem, yes.
Yeah.
E3, EA and BioWare Edmonton are pumping out what is being dubbed on Reddit as a Destiny killer. And this is not the first time a game has been called a Destiny killer. Destiny killed itself, assholes. Destiny committed suicide. It didn't need help from any game to kill itself.
They were around long enough to become their own death.
To live long enough to see themselves become the villain.
Yes, they're Batman.
So this time at E3, we got to see some pretty decent actual in-game footage of Anthem, not just a on-rails 30 seconds that we saw in the trailer like a year ago.
Didn't they, like each style?
They talked about all 4 of the Javelins, which is the name of these mech suits.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, let's just redub this game. It's Exo Squad, the video game, which isn't a bad thing.
No, it's not.
The flight system apparently looks pretty good, looks pretty intuitive. It's Iron Man suits, Sweeney, so that should twerk your niche real quick. I am
excited for this game. Like, now, the fact that it's made by who it's made makes me worry, again, about all the microtransactions and all the shit.
EA has been uppercut punching people in the cock for a long time.
Yeah, and I'm sure the story will be great, and then all of a sudden it'll just end.
Andy, you're a huge Star Wars fan, man. You and I both played Battlefront 1.
Yes.
Did you like Battlefront 1?
I bought the season pass.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not play a single expansion on it.
Holy fuck! So here's for your viewing pleasure, good audience. There's a hardcore Star Wars fan who got tricked by EA.
I did,
and DICE.
I got duped.
Well, even
got duped hard.
Sweater, right? Like they had like this great like story, and then it was like, that's it.
We gotta talk about BioWare is responsible for Knights of the Old Republic, which is heralded as one of the greatest RPGs ever. And I would not take that away from them. I love KOTOR.
Right.
I even liked the Old Republic. It just, they were not ready for everyone to blitz through the story. We got to Endgame. We beat the raids that were set up, and then we're like, now what? And they're like,
well, and they couldn't live up to Blizzard's, like,
no.
Blizzard set the standard of, MMO or whatever it's called. But
MMORPG, Blizzard set the bar.
They set the bar, and BioWare tried and did very well with the story. And they were like, you mean we have to keep going?
Yeah, BioWare nailed leveling. Basically, they made the leveling process bearable because you had a great story.
It was a great story.
But they did not understand how MMOs work because MMOs always survive on endgame.
Right.
And and Andy Sweeney and I were in a Sith Empire guild, and on the night that we completed Karaga's Palace and the Vault of Eternity, I think that was probably what it was called, on Nightmare difficulty, in 3 hours without wiping, we literally walked away from our keyboard and said, we win.
Right. We like
the end.
We said at the end, like, what do we do now? And we're like, I think we beat the game.
Yeah.
It was like a fucking South Park moment, like make love, not Warcraft.
Right.
Like, what do we do now? What are you talking about? Now we can actually play World of Warcraft. There's nothing left to do. So BioWare, really good at story. They made mistakes in the past, but that was also the beginning of their downfall because BioWare is responsible for one of the greatest RPG franchises of all time, Mass Effect.
Right.
And we all know how Mass Effect Andromeda turned out.
Is that 3?
No, it's a fourth one.
Oh, fourth one. Okay.
It's a
You ever hear anybody say that they like Mass Effect Andromeda? They are a fucking Russian bot. They're a goddamn liars. What they
it's
are.
Like that
Nobody
gif where the guy
Andromeda.
has the shocked face and just blink a couple times. It's that. It's just like, what? No.
My face is really tired. Mass Effect reference for anyone.
Yeah.
That was it right there. You missed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. First time.
So BioWare has, unfortunately, they've fallen from grace.
Right.
They need a redemption.
And they're in bed with EA.
Right.
They definitely need a redemption.
It's not going to come from EA.
So
I never said it would. I'm just saying they're in desperate need of
in
redemption.
regards to Anthem, the announcements they've made at E3, one, there will be no pay-to-win microtransactions.
Oh, that's good.
They said there will be no loot boxes.
That's changed.
There will be things that you can purchase on the side, but it will be completely cosmetic shit, and you know what you're getting before you buy.
Just like a vanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like skins or like things that you can customize your exosuit with to how it looks.
Nice. Well, that's okay.
That
I was gonna say they see Fortnite. That's how Fortnite is racking up the money because people are just paying for the cosmetics. The fact that it does not change the gameplay is what people like.
And the game has been the same since the beginning. Inception.
Look at Overwatch.
Right. Overwatch the same way.
Yep.
However, Overwatch does have that gambling thing with the loot boxes.
Yeah. You don't know what you're going to get.
You never know, and you end up spending a lot of money, especially when the holidays come around. You never get what you really want, unless you're lucky enough to save up for it. So Blizzard made a shit ton of money by that, but Overwatch is also a good fucking game.
Right.
It has stood the test of time. People still play that shit.
Right.
I just can never find a good fucking healer, so I quit playing.
I need heals. Heal me.
I am a Genji main. I do need healing. But Anthem, from what I've seen, you've got your Colossus, which is like your big like Hulkbuster suit.
Yeah.
You've got your Ranger, which is like your more typical Iron Man. You've got your Interceptor, which is sort of like your deer-legged, super fast, runny rogue suit.
Yeah.
And then you've got what's called the Storm, which is like Magic Powers Iron Man suit, which looked kind of cool.
That kind of reminded me of like Destiny's Warlock class a little bit, but
of course it did.
In a mech suit. Like it was kind of weird, but yeah. Like a magic mech.
It is sci-fi fantasy.
Right.
It's going to have tropes that are very similar to other things. And yes, this game is going to be compared to Destiny. You're not going to avoid that at all.
Yeah. But it kind of looks, to me, it has like that Destiny like combat feel, but the world looks like Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it's very jungle-like, but I'm sure there'll be more terrain than we see. This game has potential. And when people that are walking away from playtesting at E3 are giving positive things, they're also saying they're like, they need to up the wow factor a bit because while Flight is really cool, you're not fucking you're not reinventing the wheel here. This isn't anything special to write home about. Will I play it? I'll probably end up playing it, but they're going to have to do something special to make me stick with it, which I think once again is sort of a commentary on the entire gaming industry these days.
Right, it is. I mean, how long has it been since we've all had a game where we just play it because it's just that replayable factor? You know what I mean? Like you're just stuck in it, like because it's that good. Like what was the last game?
I mean, I still have Overwatch on my PlayStation 4.
I was going to say Overwatch with you guys, and when we were playing Destiny.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want. I want to be able to sit down with my bros and play a game that keeps us entertained.
My bros.
And right now we start playing some games, and
after like
a month into it, we're just like next.
Right.
And so I'm excited for Anthem just because I want to play a game with you guys again, where there's some skill involved, there's some challenges, and where you actually feel like you accomplished something after playing for a little bit.
And I wonder,
one thing that might interest you though is you make one pilot and you have all 4 suits available to you.
That's cool. I do like that.
You level your pilot, but you don't really level, and it's the gear that you get for your suit determines the abilities your suit has.
And that's what I was gonna say. A good game for me, and we all played it. Well, maybe I don't know if Tim played it, but World of Warcraft. We all played World of Warcraft, right?
No.
So for me,
don't get off your fucking high horse, Tim.
So
you played fucking more Hello like Kitty Island Adventures. I don't want to hear it.
Right. So I still play World of Warcraft occasionally because it's just fun for me.
Nerd.
I know.
Nerd.
But the reason it's fun for me is, again, the leveling factor. Everyone likes to level up. Everyone likes to like try to get good gear. Everyone
gear, yes. Leveling, no.
Oh, whatever. I actually like the leveling, but that's just me. But it's that whole like you can go out and get better gear, and sometimes you get that rare drop that's like exciting to make yourself better. It's like a unique factor to your own character. That's what I want in a game. I want that feel again of like
customization.
Like the customization, the feel of a class, the feel of like you get like epic or epic loots. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want that feeling. Like, that's an awesome feeling to have. And we don't get that anymore. Most games nowadays, it's like you're predestined to like what you're gonna get. Like, that's what's cool about Destiny. Destiny, you could get like random exotic drops. You could get like those random fun stuff. But
it's nothing fucking we'll talk about Destiny's
we will,
bullshit later. Like, it's later on my list. But right now, Anthem has potential, but once again, EA and BioWare.
Right.
So I'll believe it when I fucking see it.
Exactly.
It has me intrigued.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yes.
Wait. What's the term of Andy for this?
Maybe. That's a solid maybe.
Let's see what you got in a couple months.
And coming in future episodes of the Hateful Geeks, Andy's Dictionary.
I'm 60-40.
60-40.
60-40 on buying
which is
this.
really like 95.
90. Yeah.
90-10.
No, just 90. There's no other percentage.
It's an hour of him coming up with different ways to say maybe.
Perhaps.
My 60-40 was started when it was like, hey, do you want to hang out? Yeah, I'll come over. But right now I'm 60-40. I'm totally not coming over.
Right now I'm 60.
So next on the list was a game that Sony dropped. Looked pretty cool. It's called Control.
Yeah.
Third-person shooter with a young woman who has basically telekinetic abilities and a handgun.
Right.
Because you need a gun when you have telekinetic abilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what it reminded me of? You guys ever seen Grandma's Boy?
Yes, that game.
You remember Demonic?
Yeah.
The game
Demonic.
that he makes in Grandma's Boy?
It
was like that.
It reminded me of Quantum Break, that Xbox title that came out a couple years ago. I think it was Quantum Break.
What happened to that game?
It came out with like mixed reviews and no one played it.
Yeah. I remember that game.
Much.
Yeah, no one touched it.
And I foresee this as the future of Control.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the trailer with some gameplay in it. I guess it's a very beautiful game. It looks
it looks really cool.
It's eye candy, at least. I don't know what else you're gonna get out of it, but
it's one of those things where like I feel like Andy, where I'm like, maybe just let me see more of it in the next year,
right?
To make
E3 2018. Maybe.
No, there's some games where I saw it and I'm like, yeah, I want to play that.
Right.
But it's very far and few between. But
yeah, Control. I don't know the story, so I don't know. Like,
right? Yeah.
Is there
so
one?
You said this is somebody with telekinetic powers, but they use a gun.
Yeah,
they're fucking like Simon Baz. Like, why? Just fuck off.
Why do you need a gun when you can like move shit with your mind?
Next.
Because
all right, so here's a big title that tweaked a lot of nips in E3. Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
So like the 15th one.
I'm in because I've played every Assassin's Creed, good or bad. I've played them all.
Before Tim decides to shove his dick and balls into this game, let's take a look at this from like let's take a step back and take an objective look.
No, yeah.
So here's God of War, right? God of War. 4 games and a bunch of like smaller games, all Greek mythology, right? Then they said, fuck it, we're going to Norse mythology.
Yep.
Here's Assassin's Creed, where we did all this shit and everything but Greek mythology.
And
now God of War's left and it's like, snuck in there.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed is the dude who like watched you break up with your girlfriend and snuck in there to take her out.
I mean, it's not like it, and like I've played all of them through, like I've from start to finish, and I don't know what the fuck's going on in that storyline.
Like that storyline's so fucked up. Like
it is. Like everything after Revelations with Enzio.
I have no idea which one that is. So
it's technically the 4th one.
Okay.
I'm gonna break Andy's this jerk off open. Fuck it. I'll tell you this right now. I played the first Assassin's Creed and I was so fucking bored. I literally wanted to smash my controller in the ground.
The first one is.
I watched the movie.
The movie's awful.
And let me put it this way. If your video game franchise warrants a fucking movie like that piece of donkey shit, it can't be good.
Have they made a good video game movie though?
Couldn't I do a top 5 on how that's impossible?
Chirp. Yeah, and the crickets chirp.
Right, like
I like Mortal Kombat. I didn't say it was good, but I did like it.
The franchise did like it. We're pushing out terrible games,
right?
And then they took a couple years off and they did Origins, and Origins was very good. So that's why I kind of have hope for Odyssey.
So like, I remember seeing like one of the, I have no idea which Assassin's Creed it was. Maybe the first one. I don't know. And I saw like the thing where he jumps off the bell tower and does like the dive and survives into a bale of hay. And I was like, no, that's not how physics works.
Video game.
Like I said, I tried. I couldn't get into the whole.
And then the first one's not very
going
good.
back in time and reliving
it's
memories.
The one that's
fucking bullshit.
The second one is the one that that sold me.
And then I was
like, all right, this is good.
And then I played Shadows of Mordor, and they're like, oh, they did it better.
Yeah, Shadows of Mordor is a good Assassin's
right. I was
Creed
like,
game.
oh, this is better.
I've never played an Assassin's Creed.
Shadows of Mordor.
It was a great game,
but it's also Lord of the Rings,
right.
which means it's good.
Right.
I realized that like a good 3/4 of Assassin's Creed is trash. But Origins was good, and that's why I want to give Odyssey a chance.
So the reason I do, and for reasons Phil mentioned, that I am interested in Odyssey is because it is Greek.
It is Greek,
and I'm like, that's a great storyline. Awesome. And the fact that you have a choice of a character you want to pick.
Yeah, I wish that I hope that Origins and Odyssey is the start of going from the start of time and upwards and not skipping to wherever
everywhere
they want.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't there like a pirate one?
There was
a pirate. There's a pirate one. There's an American Revolution one. There's
let's do that. Let's break down all the Assassin's Creed.
So first one was Egyptian?
The Templars.
No,
Crusades.
Origins. Yeah, the first one's Crusades.
Okay, Crusades,
and then two Brotherhood and Revelations are like Leonardo da Vinci. Like
okay,
the 1500s, 1600s.
Renaissance.
Thank you.
So is there a main character that's in all these?
Nope.
No.
Then why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no fucking point.
You nailed it.
Andy cracked the Da Vinci Code.
The only
next.
Yeah. The only ones that connect are there's the same character.
Well, what's his name?
Desmond in the present, and he dies at the end of 3. Spoiler warning.
Chotch name.
Desmond.
But like I
like white wine spritzers and pina coladas.
The characters in the past, like they connect like 1, 2 Brotherhood and Revelations, and then it's just like new characters every fucking game since.
So you want to invest in pork bellies? My name's Desmond.
So how are they related to each other then? Like
because apparently
because the game
the assassins they go back in time by using their genetic codes to relive the memories of their ancestors, so they can look for an alien species.
But now in Origins, they developed a way that you can go to anyone.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. Look. Like I said, I know this 3/4 of this is trash.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make a whole fuck ton of sense.
Well, I'm still waiting for the good quarter. So
I just don't understand the fucking fan base.
Okay.
Like, how the fuck is Assassin's Creed still making games?
Because they make money.
Does nobody stop and say enough is enough?
No,
I no longer want trash games.
Because it's like that. It's like that. That little hope inside. The next one will be good.
That's why they took the.
That's where they get you.
That's why they took the 2 years off and then they did Origins.
Yeah, that's good. So Odyssey, I mean, I like the Greek mythology. You have a choice of character now where you can be a female or a male.
Yeah, and
Cassandra or
whatever.
I don't know.
But I don't think they outright said it.
What's his nuts and who the bitch? I mean, pick and choose.
They did kind of say that they are 2 separate stories.
Okay.
So you'll go through and play it twice.
Cool.
Are you shitting me?
That's the rumor. I don't think
they have to play your game twice to get the full story.
I don't think they outright said it, but that's the rumor.
They should just learn God of. They should just learn God of War and then.
I mean,
next on the list is a PlayStation VR game called Beat Saber.
Beat Saber!
Yeah, that just looks like dumb fun.
It would be dumb fun.
Yeah. I don't have
a VR. I know you two do.
I don't either.
Is that a game you guys would buy?
I mean, I feel like you should. I feel like
I was a DDR kid. Yeah. I was a DJ Hero kid. I like video games that involve music. But this is literally a game where I'm going to need my PlayStation Move controllers with my mask on. And I'm swinging a red and a blue lightsaber while I hit blocks to hit the beat. I'm drumming with lightsaber.
Is this like Pop Rappa Rappa or Papa
Parappa the Rappa?
Yeah! It's not like Parappa the Rappa, but it is a little bit like Parappa the Rappa.
I feel like you should have insurance for your TV.
if you're playing that close to your TV,
I mean, they said that with the Wii, right? Like,
I did that once.
So you get lightsabers, but you're attacking just colored blocks coming at you.
Yeah.
You're not actually lights. So that's exactly right, Andy. You are playing with finally
VR game with lightsabers. Yes, give it to me. What?
You don't get into lightsaber duels.
It's next. It's like lightsaber.
Beat out a song solo.
Lightsaber rock band.
It is lightsaber rock band, but only drums. You don't get to play guitar.
The sad part, if it becomes like one of the free games on the PSN, or it's discounted to like $10, maybe.
Well, that's because you also have a child who probably won't want to play.
You realize we killed Andy's boner so hard.
God,
got a lightsaber game? Yeah, but it's a beat game.
Yes.
Oh.
E3 2018, killing Andy's boner.
Next.
Volume 6.
Not the first or the last time this will happen.
Next.
Fatality. Next. So this one has a special place in my heart, and I'll probably fanboy out and play this no matter what, only because I'm an idiot. But Call of Cthulhu got announced, and I'm a huge HP Lovecraft fan. And this game kind of looks like Myst, and Resident Evil had a baby. Yeah, it's like from a first-person perspective, and you're like solving puzzles
with that.
Going through like Lovecraftian.
Now, like I think this might be like the only game that we're talking about that I didn't see any footage of.
It looks. I mean, this is not a game that I'm going to be like, wow, the graphics. You're literally like going through like what looks like a mansion, and you're like trying to unravel a mystery of like supernatural cultist shit. You know, typical HP Lovecraft.
Right. Yeah. What's
like, oh my God, and I get a vision of an ancient god, and I go insane, and then I kill a bunch of people, and then I fuck a fish person.
Did they say what it's for? Is it like console or Steam or?
It's going to be pretty much in everything.
Okay.
It looks a little bit like a Telltale game, but it's not. It's not like choose your own
like story or dialogue. Yeah.
It's very much like you have a first person vision, but you're like going through and you're like solving puzzles and going for clues. And I said, you have to be a Lovecraft fan to even think about playing this game.
Did you guys see speaking of Lovecraft, did you guys see the game? I believe it was like Tesla versus Lovecraft.
No.
And it was like, that's not the title of the game, but it was essentially you have pretty much Tesla's like technology. You're building these bots and these machines to fight off HP Lovecraft's monsters.
What the shit?
Yeah. Is it a tower shooter?
Kind of, not really a tower, but yeah, sort of like that. Yeah, like a survival battle game.
Go Lovecraft.
Yeah, I know, right?
Anyway, next. Yeah, we mentioned this in passing earlier, but Black Ops 4, Call of Duty, Black Ops 4.
So
next,
Black Ops is one of the only ones that after Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 I enjoyed. 3 sucked. So now they're going to 4 and they're like, hey, we're going to bring it back. They're always trying to bring it back after
Advanced Warfare.
WW2.
Oh.
WW2 brought it back, and now they're like, okay, we're going to bring Blops back.
Right.
It takes place between 1 and 2, but nothing is. The guns aren't the same. The locations aren't the same. Apparently, the story's not the same.
Andy, I'm going to steal your gimmick. Next.
Yeah, I think we've already kind of like tread through this water. These games are getting fucking repetitive.
It's just like they ran out of ideas of like, and this is the same thing we run into like the movie industry. Like they run out of like good like original ideas and like, hey, we made that game one time and it did pretty well. Let's do it again.
And again.
That's the thing about that's the problem with the video game industry at this point. They don't give a shit about the consumer anymore. They're not trying to put out a good product at once. They want to put out
as much as they can
that they can like entice you with, that's unfinished, that they can put in the other shit later and charge you more than the $60 games. Do you remember the time when you bought a game and you owned the game and that was it because you had the game and the game was good?
Way back.
I was gonna ask, like, is it the consumer's fault? Like, are we so like unentertained that it's like we need constant like updates all the time now?
I think it's a combination of social media mixed with hype. The developers use social media to show as little as possible, but just enough to entice you to get you that like, I've had that feeling before, that serotonin pop from that previous game. So I will get this game knowing that they've sucked in at least a super loyal fan base that'll pay for their game.
Yep.
And then the other suckers that just get tagged in because they didn't know any fucking better.
Yeah. Like, we don't have those games anymore that just last generations. Like,
no.
They don't exist anymore.
Don't. Like, I think Blizzard was the last company to do it like that way. Like, they had a game that just spanned generations.
Treyarch and Infinity Ward.
You can't point the finger at any one person unless it's EA. Everyone's responsible. The developers and the fan base are responsible. That's what
Treyarch and Infinity Ward, those developers, they themselves are probably sick of making the same game on the same engine. Like, kill the Call of Duty name. Go make something new. But they won't because
leaving too much money on the table.
Well, because people will still pay for it. Because like, oh, I played this before. It was good then. Maybe it'll be good again.
Yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy the expansions. I'll buy the season passes.
Shit, man, I'll take a new GoldenEye. You do remastered GoldenEye, I'll play the fuck out of that.
Speaking of remasters.
No.
No.
This E3 pissed a lot of people off with their remakes, like Resident Evil 2 and their other remasters. But the one that everyone was like jonesing for didn't even show up at Square Enix's booth. There was no mention of Final Fantasy VII's remake.
Square's press conference was hugely disappointing.
What did they announce?
The release date for Kingdom Hearts 3.
That came out 2 days before their press conference. They announced another game that's more popular in Japan than it is here. And then it was just like, here's a couple trailers for Kingdom Hearts. Like their big announcements for Kingdom Hearts, other than the release date, happened during Sony's press conference. And that was an all-in-one package, all of the games in one package, which I'll probably buy.
And it did, and it's because
and Pirates of the Caribbean World.
Oh, good.
Out there floating around now there is a side-by-side video comparison showing the remastered Final Fantasy VII next to the original, and the remastered looks
it looks
great. Awesome. So I'm like, oh cool. Well, so E3 we're finally going to get either a release date, full-blown trailers, something.
I wasn't looking for a release date for that, not even a time frame, but at least more footage, because the last footage they released, if I remember, was like PSX like last year or 2 years ago. So we're going on a year and a half or 2 years. Yeah.
You got to understand, man, the Final Fantasy VII remake that was announced years ago that you got like 10 seconds of footage on is an action-based RPG.
Yeah.
Like Cloud is running through guys, like swinging his fucking sword and hitting them. It's not a turn-based. Right. The thing that Andy hates the most is not a turn-based RPG. Yeah. It is an action RPG.
Didn't they do it with 15? Wasn't that?
Yeah, they're changing it to more like the Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy 15 style, where it's not turn-based. It's
we're there. Kingdom Hearts 3, right?
3.
So
yeah,
I was a huge Kingdom Hearts fan as a kid. I loved Kingdom Hearts 1, loved Kingdom Hearts 2.
The fact that you had to say as a kid.
Exactly.
It's been 13 years between 2 and 3. Like, granted, there have been spin-offs in between for the PSP and stuff like that.
Right.
But
the last time I played Kingdom Hearts, I couldn't drink legally.
yeah.
Yo, dude. Haley Joel Osment does the voice for the main character of Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
He's gonna go from like sounding like a kid to like, let's go to Disney World and get some hearts and shit, guys.
Like, what the hell? Why did it take this long to make a third installment?
That I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
It's Disney, right?
I can explain it. I can explain it in detail, sir. It's the same fucking reason it took you so long to get a new Star Wars movie after Return of the Jedi. It's because Disney was in the fucking grips of like buying everything under the sun. Marvel, Pixar, all that shit. All that stuff they had to like just conglomerate.
Right.
And they actually had to come up with a fucking plot. And God knows how difficult that is for a game about traveling to different Disney planets and beating off little mini ghosts with goofy ass legs. Like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are great Square Enix
they were.
games. It's been too long for 3. I don't care anymore.
I'm still excited. I can't wait for the Toy Story world. I don't believe that it is coming out on January 29th and until it is in my goddamn hands.
Like, it's one of those things.
Yeah, January 29th, 2019.
Yeah.
If it comes out on that day, I'll eat my own dick with a fork and knife.
Whoa.
I'm not going to go that far.
That's recorded.
It's recorded.
But I was telling a buddy of mine, I was like, it's still going to get pushed back to like March.
I just don't understand the concept of like promising, like, oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming.
Do you know, like, the first time they released footage of this was when they announced the fucking PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
It has been that fucking long.
Well, it's kind of like when they did what they did with like StarCraft. StarCraft was out forever, and Blizzard did every other like rendition of all the other games. Like, oh, we're coming with StarCraft 2. It's gonna happen. And like 15 years later, it happened.
Like, speaking of Square too, real quick before we change subjects, they announced, I want to say roughly a year ago, that they're doing a Marvel game.
What?
And nothing was dropped or.
What kind of Marvel game?
I don't.
Good question.
Yeah, they just said we got the rights to a Marvel game.
I want Future Fight on a console.
They just wanted to drop the name. They're like, we're gonna drop the name Marvel and get everyone intrigued.
And it was like a picture of like Cap's shield, and it's like,
and
and this was about like, I want to say roughly a year ago. Jesus, like, just I mean, you don't even have to give me any gameplay. Just fucking tell me what it is.
Let's close the book on Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah,
it's been an extremely long time coming. Whether or not it comes out on time, and whether or not it was worth the 13 years of a wait,
I mean,
is in the air.
Right.
And this better be the fucking end. If this is a fucking to be continued, like, I gotta wait another decade and a half for a fucking Kingdom Hearts game, then fuck Sora, fuck Riku, fuck all of them. I hope they lose their hearts and Disney gets destroyed.
I will say that I'm glad I didn't pre-order it, because I want to get that all in one package. I know it's going to be like $120, but it has all of the games in it. It's got the Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8.
Guess how much Kingdom Hearts I've played?
None.
But they were good games.
Yeah, because the first one came out.
But like you said, you were.
Yeah.
I
was younger than 20 when the first one came out.
Andy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, I don't want to run around as some unknown character chasing after Goofy. And
because you were goddamn 24 years old.
Next.
I was like,
oh my god!
I was
next Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right. I was like 14, 15. I was like, this is awesome.
I did when I first saw it, I was like, man, I'm way too old for this.
No.
And I watched a friend play it, and I'm like, all right, this game's good.
Right.
I mean, I love Final Fantasy. I love Square Enix games. I love JRPGs. this was an action JRPG with like familiars,
Right.
and the story's good, and the music is like nice, and I might have shed a tear or two at the end of 2.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up! Don't judge me. Like it's a
Don't look
good.
at me.
It's actually a good story.
It was.
But the problem is, it's been mishandled.
Yes.
Square has fucking dropped the ball. Disney has not helped with the circumstances. This could be this is almost okay. I've heard Incredibles 2 is getting good reviews, but it's been like 20 years.
has. It's been that long. Like, why? Incredibles, the first Incredibles was a great movie.
Because they had to make 4 more Cars movies.
No, because they had
And he's
to,
not wrong.
they had to shove as much money as they could in front of Brad Bird to do it.
That
Brad
too.
Bird didn't want to do a sequel.
And he said he wouldn't do without a good without a good script,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. This first one was good,
All
though.
right. Kingdom Hearts 3, we're gonna play it,
Yes.
but let's be honest.
I'll play the shit out of it.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
I can't wait.
We'll probably end up doing a review on it.
Yeah,
so
I'm fine
check
with that.
in 2019.
Yeah, sometime, because I do not believe it's coming out January 29th.
I'm gonna call summer of 2019, but who knows?
I'm going to
We'll
say,
see. All right.
if it gets pushed back, I'm going to say March or April.
I'm going to say it's going to be a D2.
All right, Tim, put your fucking both of you put your penises away. We have a lot of games to get through. Next.
Next.
Dead or Alive 6.
Jiggly Boobies!
Next.
Jiggly Titty Fighter number 6. Next.
Yeah, real quick. I didn't even know there was a 4 or 5.
No, they've made several of these games.
That's because you stopped masturbating to video games when you got out of high school, Tim.
Who told you that?
Or did you? No
Who
proof,
told
no
you
proof.
that?
Yeah, I never...
DOA 6, don't give a fuck by.
Right, like I get the whole fighting game genre. Love it. Played several of all the fighting games. This
You
one...
always got to set your age to 99 so the boobs really bounce.
Yeah, that's right.
Morning.
But it's like... Why do you keep making these movies or games, not movies?
It's not beach volleyball. Get the fuck out of here.
Are you fucking serious? Are you really going to ask that question? Why do they keep making these games? Because people like Tim keep buying them.
Like I love tits, but they're animated tits.
Yeah. Don't make that fucking face, Tim.
I've never played it. I legitimately have never played a Dead or Alive game. I don't think, unless it was
Just
in the
because you didn't own it, you
arcade.
still wanked it.
How did we get into talking about me masturbating?
You literally talk about showing your dick every episode.
That's true.
You do.
It's different from
We cannot get
masturbating.
through
Is
a
it?
1 hour episode without Tim saying, I'm about to show my dick.
We did last week. Spoiler warning.
What? Show your dick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Threaten.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fuck
No,
you.
it's because we were talking about LeBron James and you already had it out. Anyway. Next. Destiny 2
Next.
Forsaken.
Didn't we already talk about Destiny?
Hated it.
Kind of.
We talked about Anthem, which is pretty much the same thing. So Destiny 2 Forsaken is an expansion coming out for Destiny 2.
Kind of like the Dark Below.
Yeah, very much like it was the Taken King. Remember when the Taken King came out for Destiny 1? How they had the first 2 expansions or add-ons, whatever you want to call it. And then the new one started, the new season of expansions. You have to pay an extra $40 fucking
Right.
for.
The season pass.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Right.
So Destiny 2, fuck Destiny in general at this point.
Yeah.
They keep cutting content and re-releasing it later as additional content. The Destiny 2 Forsaken, for anyone who's seen the trailer, guess what? Cade 6, Nathan Fillion's character, gets shot in the head in the fucking trailer. So you literally have told me that here's the new expansion for this game that does absolutely nothing I want it to, and you're killing the only character that was remotely redeemable in the story.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bungie.
I don't.
Fuck Destiny 2.
So I still play Destiny 2.
Sorry.
The only reason I still play it is because I was one of the people that bought the special edition, and it came with the pre-purchased for any of the expansions that came out.
So you pulled an Andy on Battlefront.
Exactly.
Basically.
I did, and I played it, and they've changed a lot. Like a lot has changed. It hasn't made it redeemable yet. It's made it better. But the fact that they're still like holding on to Destiny 2 and then just adding another word to it, it's like, how about you just come out with a new game? Like, stop saying this is part of.
This was supposed to be a 10-year project, Sweeney.
I know, but like, stop saying this is a part of something. Like, it's a new game. Destiny 3. Call it Destiny 3.
Dude, the fucked up part is, for those of you who play Destiny or Destiny 2 for that matter, the last expansion that came out was the Warmind, which was like Rasputin on like the icy parts of Mars, which apparently we just found out about in real life. This was dropped content from Destiny 1.
Right.
This was content that was actually going to be a part of the original game that they dropped on the floor, waited till the sequel to present it. So this is my problem here. Destiny is a fucking hack job of reused shit that they knew they could monetize.
Right.
Destiny is the example of what's wrong with the gaming industry right now.
It's all make the most money you can off of an original product. Like
they're giving you unfinished shit and selling you it piece by piece in the hope that you don't notice that you paying $160 for a $40 fucking game.
Right. And Destiny was a good game. Like, we all played it. We all liked it. Well, Tim didn't play. He's not a first-person shooter guy. But it was like an original idea. When it first came out, it was an original first-person MMO. Like, we had not seen that. The
gunplay is good.
Yeah, we had not seen that ever. Like, and it was great. It was a good concept. And now it's gotten to the point where they're like, oh, how much money can we make off these fuckers?
Right. I feel kind of insulted at this point. And I really was trying to get behind Destiny 2. I thought they were going to be finally giving us everything they wanted. And honestly, the plot for Destiny 2 when it first came out wasn't terrible.
It wasn't.
It was a story. But once again, they've fallen back into old tropes. I'm done with Destiny. It is deleted officially off of my PlayStation. Raise your hand if you officially deleted Destiny.
I did.
Yeah,
I mean, it was never in my PlayStation, so.
so Tim counts too.
Yeah. I still log in on the weekends.
You don't have a choice. You already paid for it.
I still log in the weekends, see what Xur has. I still play, every now and then, but it's not what it was.
I own every fucking exotic in Destiny 2. Yeah. I have no reason to log in.
There's more now.
I'm sure there are. I already beat it.
Yeah. There's more, and
I won. The end. I was the chosen one.
Yeah, it's like no game understands how to do what Blizzard did. Like, they try and they can't do it. They try to do it. They try to make it.
We've all played World of Warcraft, right?
Yeah.
Except for Tim.
Yep.
So we've all raided. We understand what a raiding environment is in a 40-man raid or a 20-man raid.
Yep.
We've all been there. You know what needs to be done. You need to do your fucking research. You need to be prepared for the encounter, and you need to come geared and ready to go.
Yep.
Destiny tried that.
Yes.
And their encounters fell short of actually being difficult. But the problem is nobody fucking understood what it takes to be a good raider. So you're banging your head against the wall because of fucking morons who don't know what they're doing.
It wasn't a gear check. It wasn't a skill check. It was literally a stupidity test.
It was an asshole test.
Right. Like, you're gonna be a dick.
Are you smart enough to do tic-tac-toe?
Right. Are you gonna be a dick and like not do anything and just like go, blazing and not actually figure it out?
Should I stand in this shiny shit on the ground?
Rule number 1 of MMO rating is if it's on the ground,
don't stand
it's
in it.
not good. It's going to kill you.
Don't stand in shit. That's the rule. Don't stand in shit. There was a whole trophy in WoW called the safety dance because you just didn't stand in shit.
Good.
Next. Next. The Division 2.
Yeah.
What?
I'm okay with it.
I didn't play the Division 1 because it was a Destiny clone.
It was.
Fuck you, Tom Clancy.
I mean, I played it. I played it a couple times. I never bought it. It was one that like a friend of mine had.
Yeah.
It was all right. I mean, it's just one of those. I don't like that genre of games. So
genre.
Next.
Yeah.
Next.
Fallout 76.
Oh, okay. Fucking Fallout 76.
So I've never played a Fallout game, so you guys are gonna have to take this.
I love Fallout.
So the whole concept of Fallout is it's kind of like a.
It's years after the apocalypse.
No, right. But I was gonna say like the genre is kind of like. It's a solo progression game where you have like this open world that you can explore by yourself. Kind of, I don't want to say, what's that? Oh shit.
I don't know what you're thinking of.
Fusroda.
Skyrim.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
But But it's always been a really good like, hey, I this is my world. I can do what I want.
I can do what I want.
I can explore all these things.
Yeah.
And now
it's
they're
single
like
player sandbox. There's a word for this.
And now they're like, hey, let's jump into everybody else's sandbox. Now you have to play with everybody else.
Massive. Yeah, it turned it into a massive online role playing game. It seems like, but you don't have to
like go on.
You don't have. You don't have to interact with anyone if you don't want to, or people can walk up and just randomly fucking shoot your ass for whatever you have. Like I don't.
So you guys are mad that Fallout has gone from like introvert to extrovert?
I am because it went from a style of gaming that I enjoy to a style of gaming that I don't enjoy.
It pretty much smacked its followers in the face and said, you know what? We know you like this style. We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
That's true. That's kind of a betrayal. Like a game, like that's sort of like if Mario said, I'm no longer a side-scrolling platformer, now I'm a 3D platformer. Oh, fuck you, Mario! Like, you traitor! Yeah, it's traitor swap.
It's one of those things where it's a genre like World of Warcraft and like Destiny and stuff like that, where I don't really enjoy it. I just don't get into the whole massive online thing.
Essentially, what it is now, and it's another cash grab, is because they're forcing you to be always online. Where before, this is a game you could play without an internet connection. Mm-hmm. You could play it by yourself, and like you could do your own thing. Now it's like, nope, you can't play that without an internet connection now.
And I was so excited when they announced Fallout 76, like out of nowhere, because I didn't know there was a Fallout. They were working on any kind of Fallout game.
I know a lot of people are excited about this because the Fallout franchise,
right?
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I get why people are excited for it. It's just, it's not. It turned into something that was definitely for me, and now it's just. No, I'm all right. Like, I don't really care.
I tried the last one that I played in the very beginning. You're with your wife or something, and the sirens go off. Mm-hmm. There's like going to be a nuke, so you're trying to get down into this bunker.
Yeah, it's three.
And I got down in the bunker, and then I came up and started exploring. About 10 minutes in, I went, next. Lame.
Yeah, I can't remember if that's
boring.
I can't remember if that's 3 or New Vegas. I think it's 3.
Eat a whole bag of dicks.
Whoa. Is that actually possible in Fallout?
Probably.
Well,
you have like a weird romance with your robot friend, so.
With your robot
good luck with the Fallout people. I understand. I've never been a Pep Boy kind of guy. It's not my type of game. I understand it's popular, but I hope it turns out well for you. But like Sweeney said, it sounds to me like it's a betrayal of the original fan base.
It goes against the entire theme of the game.
And now I shall try it.
Maybe that's what they were going for, but it's
Andy.
They were going for me.
Well, I guess maybe this might be a bad analogy, but imagine if like Grand Theft Auto, like it's a very single person game, open sandbox, whatever. Now imagine if it went to Grand Theft Auto online, and that's the only way you could play it.
That is the only way.
Are you shitting me? That's literally what Grand Theft Auto became.
That's all I play is
online. I never played the fucking story of Grand Theft Auto.
You can still play the single player.
You can still do the single player if you want to now.
That's what I'm saying.
But like in this one, you can't.
I literally would log in just to like go fuck and troll people like they were in the middle of a job.
You have the option.
You have the option. This one you don't.
Yeah, like this one.
This is how it is.
That's it. In Grand Theft Auto, the new one, Grand Theft Auto 5, right?
Yeah.
So 5, you could do online with friends, or you could go by yourself. So you had the option. This is always online. There's no option.
Now, like, the next GTA would be like that.
Get good.
What? That's not even a relevant statement.
Yeah.
When in Rome.
Oh, God.
When in Rome.
Next.
Next.
We've lost Andy to Anchorman references.
This one I'm really fucking excited about. And E3 has been kind of a snore fest for me until I saw the trailer for this game. But I shed like a small internal tear. Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes. This game looks amazing.
Yeah, I didn't really know what it was going into it, and I can't wait.
So those of you who played Nioh, it's kind of Nioh-ish.
It's by this sucker punch who did the infamous games.
Right. So it's like
I would describe this game as Bushido Blade and Grand Theft Auto had sex and had a really gorgeous child.
It looks amazing.
Like a really good looking baby.
Like the battle, like the little battle they showed, the combat was very realistic. So it was very
gory.
Yeah, gory. and challenging. Like, not one of those games you can just pick up and just like hack and slash your way through. It seems like it'll be very challenging right off the bat.
Think of it like it's like an interactive Kurosawa film. It is an interactive samurai film.
Yeah.
And it's not like over the top Japanese magic and shit. It's like swords and bows and arrows and ninjutsu, and it's fucking. It looks so good. It looks so fucking
really
beautiful.
good.
Like Ghost of Tsushima. That's Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima.
Yes.
That was for me.
Check it out, the trailer. I highly recommend it.
That spelling was for me because I butchered.
Because you called it sashimi, which
I said
borderline racist, Tim.
Ghost of Sushi.
I think I said Tsushima.
Ghost of Hiroshima.
Ghost of the California roll.
Maybe a zombie game. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, too fucking soon. Too soon. It's been like 60 years.
Oh, I unplugged
70 years. Too soon. Declared. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima was probably the big takeaway for Sony this E3.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely check it out.
And it definitely puts like the PS4 Pro 4K to like it's full.
Yeah,
it looks so good.
I will buy a 4K for this alone.
Between that and if we talk about it later, what The Last of Us looked like, goddamn.
Yeah, they've put the rendering engine to its like full extent.
Yeah,
maybe instead of GTA, maybe Red Dead Redemption meets Bushido Blade. That's probably like a better description of this game. Looks really fucking good.
Amazing.
A little bit open world, but check it out. If you like swords and samurai, and you wanted to be Tom Cruise in Last Samurai, this is the game for you.
God, Last Samurai.
All right, next. All right, you Microsoft Xbox fanboy fuckers.
Oh.
Let's be honest. If you didn't buy a PlayStation 4, you fucked up big time in this video game generation.
Yes.
But yes, even Xbox still makes exclusives. The one exclusive they were actually still entitled to, because everything else went fucking PlayStation. Anyway, Halo Infinite. Or Infinity. I don't know what you want to fucking call it. Infinite,
literally,
Halo
that's
Infinite.
all it is. It's just infinite Halo. That's
Halo
all
6 for those of us who like.
Right.
That's it.
So
guess what? Master Chief's back.
Right.
And guess what? He does more shit with aliens.
Right.
The end.
Like so me growing up, I liked the Halo franchise not for the story. It was another first-person multiplayer game, right? It was you could play with
every
your friends.
Every group of friends has one.
You could play with your friends. And you could just like, have a multiplayer battle. That was the fun part of Halo. And then they kept making them.
Right.
It was like kind of like Call of Duty. It was like, we don't play for the story. We play for the multiplayer. Like there's no, and they keep making them.
Oh, no one gives a fuck.
So it's just like another one of those game titles where like why do you keep making the same style?
I've never been a Halo
Xbox fanboys will
haven't.
suck Halo's dick until the end of time.
Correct.
It is the way. It's the way of the warrior. It is how it's going to be. I stopped giving a shit about Halo after Halo 2.
Right. And that's when any rational person did.
Same here, actually. Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure it'll be fun for all of you who are excited about another Halo installment.
Right. Like what can they add to it?
Like, do you care anymore about the story of Halo?
No. Nobody does.
Is there a story in Halo?
Probably.
I remember there was like the flood, and there was like the ring worlds, and which was Halo, obviously.
Right, that was the Halo.
And like Master Chief, you never see his face. I know that much. And there's Cortana, which a bunch of people want to have sex with for some fucking reason, even though she's like a hologram computer. I don't know. Fucking Halo. Xbox people confuse me. It is what it is. Like of all the exclusives to like stick to, and Bungie doesn't even do it anymore. Bungie decided to go make Destiny and fail at that.
Right. They moved on.
Yeah.
And so you're literally playing like the leftovers of a game by a company that heyday was 10 years ago. Like, get over it.
I don't get it. I don't. Not anymore.
But believe me, man, there's people out there. I've talked to these people. Where it's. I was like, hey, I heard Halo 6 is coming out. They're like, it's Halo Infinite, if you please. I'm like, whoa,
hey now,
you sir, frightened me.
Look, he was considerate to say, if you please.
It was a very offended, if you please.
Right, yeah.
I was like, if you please. It's Halo Infinite, sir. And I'm like, what is Master Chief blow Cortana in this one?
It's a more considerate way to say fuckface.
Right. Next.
That's my middle name. Next. We already talked about Kingdom Hearts 3. Last of Us 2. I believe Sweeney mentioned this in passing.
Yes.
Yes. I can't wait.
I have a dark confession to make, gentlemen. I didn't play Last of Us 1.
You're missing out. It's a very good game.
I've heard amazing things about it.
It's a very good game. It's a very good story. It's a very good game.
Yeah. Is that the one where you're in the cabin out in the woods doing survival because there's some like murder? Is that what I'm thinking of?
No.
From what I understand, Last of Us, you play like it's like a post-apocalyptic world where plants become like parasites on people, and you're playing like a fuzzy bearded dude protecting a young girl.
Yeah, it's very it's a survival horror game, I would say.
Yeah,
kind of in the vein of like Resident Evil.
A little bit, yeah.
From what I understand, Last of Us 2, you're now playing the young girl from the first one, grown up as the main character.
I think they said it's 8 years in between. And the big rumor is that Joel, the main character from the first game, is dead. And that she has moved on.
Spoilers. Thanks for that, by the way. I plan on playing the remastered of Last of Us 1, but fuck you now.
I didn't spoil.
Now I don't need to, I guess.
No, I didn't really spoil.
He doesn't die in
He doesn't die in that one.
He doesn't die in it. Like,
did you ruin Last of Us for me, Tim?
No, he doesn't die in it. Like,
no,
like we have a rule: we spoil shit for other people, not for each other.
I straight up did not ruin this game.
Like, it's
all right.
Yeah, play the remastered version. Do it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I will. I've heard a lot of good things. I've had a lot of shit on my plate, but like, this is a game I have been trying to get to.
I will say, like, the first half hour of that game, like, if you're not sold on it after that, like, maybe this game is not for you. Because the first like 30 to 40 minutes of this game, it will kind of punch you in the face.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Fair enough.
I don't want to be punched in the face.
Mega Man 11.
God, why?
The Blue Bomber's back. Thanks, Capcom.
Again, another. Hey, here's another edition of a game you played since you were 12. Like,
some stuff is better left in your nostalgia. I purchased the Mega Man, like that bundle that came out last year, the year before, where it was like Mega Man 1 through 6 or whatever it was, all in one. And I started to play it, and I was like, oh. I shouldn't have played this.
It doesn't age well, too.
No.
I was more of a fan of the Mega Man X games because I like the armor upgrades and shit. The original one had like Rush and Beat and all that stuff, but
there was one that came out, Mega Man Legends, for the PlayStation that I played
3D
the hell
Mega
out
Man
of.
game.
Yeah. For some reason,
Not
that always
bad.
sticks out in my mind because I played the hell out of that game.
Mega Man has a special place in my heart. I'll always love Mega Man, but like Andy said, it's hard to like go back and
play
enjoy those types of games. And making a Mega Man 11 at this point in time, like, let's try to take him to a new place. Like, I know you're trying to recapture that old school like 80s platformer feel, but that time is past.
It's gone.
If I want to do that, I'll go play Mega Man 3,
exactly.
which was the good Mega Man.
If I want to play Mega Man, I'm gonna go back and play the original like Mega Man. I'm not gonna go like to a new version and I'm like, oh, I need a better visual. No, it's nostalgia for a reason. Like, it's something you loved as a child, and you're like, I want that feel again. You're not gonna capture that again. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Just seems like a waste of time in a game that's really not gonna like. It's not going to blow doors off. You know what I mean? It's just going to be like, another installment of the Mega Man franchise.
You know what you're getting? It's Mega Man. Like, it's not something new. It's not going to be some like extravagant, oh, wow, you can do all this. No, it's Mega Man.
Right.
I didn't want to bring this up only because of Xbox, but Battletoads is apparently being remade for Xbox.
Or remastered.
Well,
some kind of
remastered.
I'll only approve of that if it's as hard as the original.
Fuck that, dude. There are some games, don't get me wrong, I beat Battletoads.
Right.
Now you're going to call me a liar, and you're going to call me a Game Genie user, but I just looked up in my Nintendo Power where the warps were, and I just skipped through like 6 different worlds.
Right.
I used what was in the game, but there are games that are so hard that there's no fucking point. And Battletoads falls in that category. That is a game that is just, why the fuck? Like the goddamn racing level 3 it gets to a point where your reaction speed has to be inhuman, or you have to take the warp.
Right.
And there's no fucking way you're going to get through it. Battletoads has no business being remade at the same difficulty of the NES version.
I want the
Fuck
same
that.
difficulty. Come on now. Let's.
Did you beat it?
I'm sure it'll be on there.
Did I ever beat that game?
I didn't.
You would know.
I don't think so.
I tell everybody I beat that game because that's one of the few things I'm proud of in my life.
Right. No, I don't think I beat it because
It's
I
on
didn't.
your resume.
It is. How do you think I got the job I got? I was like, I actually beat Battletoads.
it's-
Screenshot.
It's marriage, being a father, Battletoads.
Actually, the first thing I'm going to tell my daughter when she enters this world was like, you come from a long line of Battletoads beaters. This guy.
The long line of
Then she's going
ones.
to tell her friends, and her friends are going to say, what the fuck is
He starts
Battletoads?
writing his own Battletoads lullaby.
Zit and warts and the rat queen. Oh, God. No. That's not happening. Awful. Anyway,
Next.
Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah, I mean,
This
all
kind of
right.
falls in the same vein as Kingdom Hearts 3 for me.
Right.
Why?
It's been so
Why
long.
the fuck? Like another big tittied armored fighter with weapons and shit. Like, okay,
Until they announced Yoda. Was that Soul
Or Darth
Calibur
Vader.
3?
Yeah. 3.
that was Soul Calibur 3. Their Xbox had Yoda, PlayStation had Darth Vader. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
It's one of those-
Yeah.
I don't give.
It's one of those things. It's just been so long. Like, why? Like, why now?
It looks okay. I mean,
Well,
it
yeah.
looks nice, and they have supers in it now for some reason. But it's Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
It's going to be more of the same. They're not going to break the wheel on this one.
Right.
It's how I feel about the Jump Force and Dead
Yeah.
or Alive. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Next.
Next.
Didn't even warrant some fucking time. All right. This is one that we've all been jonesing for. All 4 of us have been
Wait,
fucking
there's only
psyched
3
about
of
this
us?
movie. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man!
Go. Spider-Man.
Boy, that the gameplay made my pants hurt.
Your pants?
Holy shit. I needed a new pair of pants
Yeah.
after
Like, how
watching
do
the
your
gameplay
pants hurt?
footage.
It was what, like open
Because my
world?
cock
Because
was
they're
super tight in my
Tight on
jeans,
you, but your
Sweeney.
pants don't hurt. Your
God
body
damn it.
hurts.
Just play in the space with my joke and move on.
So
Why
the
you gotta
play-
ruin everything?
Because it didn't make sense.
It made perfect sense. Obviously, he and I both shared
Phil-
like a universal boner moment.
Phil
And
got it because
we
he was
had-
like, I'm gonna add on to the joke. Like
I'm right there with you, dude. I got weird looks at work. People were like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "I don't know."
I must go to the bathroom now.
Excuse me.
I jizzed.
Let's talk
in
about the
my
fucking
pants.
mechanics right off the bat.
Like-
The swinging mechanics. It is Spider-Man 2.
It is.
Do you
It
remember
is.
Spider-Man 2?
Si, senor.
But it's
The place
prettier.
that-
But it's prettier.
It is so beautiful. So beautiful.
The only thing that I didn't like was that I wanted to know the least amount of villains in the game, and it seemed like they revealed almost all of the villains in the game.
Well, that like scene was like on the rooftop. It was
Yeah.
like every villain possible.
Right.
So everybody right now is like theorizing who the villain is at the end of the footage
Right.
where Spider-Man's like, it's you. Because you know the Rhino's in it, you know Mysterio's in it, you know that was Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative
is in it.
Vulture's in it. Scorpion, Electro.
So let's do the math here. apparently all the technology for all these villains is being improved by whoever this other villain, this unknown villain is. And the creators have said, and Andy, you're going to be really mad about this. There's no symbiotes in this game.
I don't care.
Holy shit! Like, fuck this. I don't care.
There will be a sequel to this game.
Yeah,
that's where you're going to get your
for this game.
Yeah, that's where you'll get your
symbiotes. A shit ton of DLC.
What I loved about watching this open world in New York City, where they were just going wherever they wanted and fight. It looked like you took Spider-Man 2 and the Batman Arkham games and just had this glorious baby with it. And I was like, yes.
It looks so good. Like it's pretty.
Like look very close. For those of you who are watching our YouTube video and aren't just listening to our podcast, this is the face I made when I came.
Yeah. Just the like,
and I'm terrified.
Webbing up against the buildings and the web bomb, and god damn it,
pulling, like he was up on a girder and used his web to pull a guy up. So that's what reminded me of like when you play as Batman and you use your grapple gun to hold like people up, and it's just amazing.
You guys are 100% right, but you're missing the best part. Spider-Man naturally talks shit to the people he beats up in this game.
Yes.
He's constantly like, you don't even have to hit a button. He's like, hey guys, what are you doing? Bird watching? And like fucks them up. Like,
yeah.
What?
Like apparently you can just do dumb things like with the non-playable characters on the street, like fist bump them and take selfies with them. Like, yes,
that's amazing. Like, so I have a theory on who the villain, the unknown villain is. It's either it's either Norman Osborn or it's Doc Ock.
I can see that. I know there's one villain that wasn't in there that was in one of the teasers. That was not in the video, but I still don't think it's him. Kingpin.
I hope not. I would hope it. I want, just because of the fact that it's like the technology being built for the other villains, and it's a Sinister Six kind of thing. I'm hoping for Doc Ock. I want Doc Ock.
You know who they're gonna throw us a curveball, and it's gonna be the fucking Tinkerer.
I don't remember seeing. Did they show Kraven?
No, they didn't.
Imagine Kraven let loose some
the leader
of
the Sinister Six.
No, but I'm just thinking like a little side or something where Kraven decides to bust into the zoo and let loose.
Oh, I mean, you could do like side villains. Like Kraven could be like the Mad Hatter or something like that. Like that kind of side mission. Yeah, I mean, I could totally see that.
It's gonna be.
This game has long-lasting potential for add-ons and DLC, which I will gladly throw money at you for.
Yes.
If you want to give me like a main game where I fight the Sinister Six and then give me DLC, we're like, hey, Venom showed up in town.
I bought the $100 collector's edition, which I never buy collector's edition in those games.
You've already bought it?
Yeah, I got it at GameStop. Well, I haven't put all of the money down, but
now I know that they said for pre-order they're going to do Spider-Punk's costume and the movie Iron Spider costume. What other costumes? Have any other costumes been announced?
Wasn't it the Noir?
They have, I think they said the Noir's in it, but they didn't say like if it's like in the game or if it's going to be DLC. Like, they've said the regular outfit's going to be in it, like the regular with the black spider.
I was going to say I need to pre-order the games just so I don't have to play in the basic. that's the one thing I hate about this game. I fucking hate the suit. I hate it. Just paint a target on your chest. I don't mind the fucking moron.
I don't mind the white one. It's on the knuckles. Like it goes down.
Yeah, that I don't like. It's just no.
I'm missing.
I want Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm missing one that I thought they already announced, but I'm sure we'll get the Miles. I'm sure we'll get 2099.
That's another thing, man. You have Tim's right. You have the opportunity to like do DLC. Like shut up and take my money. Like give me the Spider-Man costume that I love the most and let me play through the game with that costume.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be like 10 or 15 built in, just like in the Arkham games, where like fucking Adam West was built in to the game once you beat it and you can.
Black suit Spider-Man, Andy.
I want it.
Yeah, of course you want it.
They
We
could-
all
they could
fucking
do
want
the
it.
hoodie.
Oh, the Scarlet Spider.
Yeah.
No.
All right, what the fuck, dude? What the actual fuck?
I had to.
Nobody wants Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider.
You know he'll be in there.
Oh, he'll be in there. We'll get Captain Universe Spider-Man.
Oh, I'm sure.
Don't ever talk about Captain Universe Spider-Man.
No.
Some things are forbidden.
They're gonna throw you a big twist with the main villain. It's gonna be Tony Stark.
I fucking hate you so much right now.
Do you know what one skin that I want? Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider.
I fucking hate you. I knew you were going to say Peter Porker. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Fuck you. I want Spider-Gwen. Eat my shit.
I'd play Spider-Gwen or Silk.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, you would.
I love me some Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, you would. Just to stare at that
I want
booty.
Squirrel Girl. Suck it, Tim.
God damn it. I hate Squirrel Girl so
Andy's
much.
gonna be swinging around, so he can stare at the booty.
Like
But
Spider-Gwen, get back up.
Andy, I think, nailed it. Like when he said, this is Arkham Asylum meets Spider-Man 2. And absolutely nothing bad can come from that.
No.
That is a perfect union of good gaming mechanics with good Spider-Man mythos. Like this game can't. I don't say this often, but there's a low probability that this game can fail.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it can. I mean, we saw how good the Arkham games series were. I mean, they were hugely successful.
I will go to pick up this game at midnight and just play it all night, probably.
I will take a day off of work for this game.
I actually already have that day off.
This motherfucker.
What day
man.
is that? I
Holy
need to
shit.
schedule it off.
So because we're going to Dragon Con, it is that Friday that we come back. So I took that entire week off of work.
Okay.
I'm bringing my PlayStation with me to Atlanta.
We come back on a Monday, so
Yeah, but I still took that entire week off.
All right. I hate to say this to Spider-Man because it's so fucking good, but next.
next.
And this is the last game for our E3 extravaganza here at the Hateful Geeks. And it's one that there is absolutely no fucking information other than a title. And fuck you, Electronic Arts, EA, you devil sons of bitches. Star Wars, Jedi, Fallen Order.
Oh my God.
The end of that conversation.
Come back to me in a year when you have
Like,
literally anything.
so our last
Where does... Go ahead.
So our last
I can't
interaction
even.
with a Star Wars game that was made by EA was Sweater?
Battlefront 2.
Battlefront
okay,
2.
yeah, I guess that, yeah.
Battlefront, and then Battlefront 2.
Battlefront was already an abomination.
So I bought Battlefront with the season pass so I could get everything,
Mm-hmm.
and then I didn't. And then they're like, Battlefront 2's coming out, and I was like, nope. I didn't even buy it.
I also was like, fuck you.
And then
no.
everyone's like,
And then apparently,
it was a clusterfuck because it was a pay to win. Not only did they make microtransactions, it was microtransactions to win.
Right.
And everybody was bitching about it. I was like, suckers.
dude, but how many people did we know that are also hardcore Star Wars fans that were like, this game's good, I promise.
No.
This game was a fucking betrayal. And EA paid the price. Whatever good name they had, which I don't know how much they could have possibly had, was flushed down the fucking toilet. Like, nobody in their right mind should buy an EA game anymore, though they have vocally apologized for the Battlefront stigma when they were talking about Anthem.
Well, that's good, I think.
That's good. You say that's good. To me, it's like the fact that you needed to apologize tells me that somebody at the higher echelons at EA does not know how to run the business.
No, not with that game. That was bad. Very, very bad. Definitely bad.
I love Star Wars.
All right.
Andy
Dustin
loves
Hoffman,
Star
Rain
Wars.
Man.
Definitely bad.
I do. I love Star Wars.
I love Star Wars. I will
Greatest man.
always love Star Wars. Good and bad. You take it with what? Jar Jars and Empire. You take the good with the bad.
I mean, with this game,
But,
go ahead.
sorry, but there is a track record here that cannot be denied. There has not been a good Star Wars game put out by EA in 10 years. 10 fucking years. Force Unleashed 1 was the last good Star Wars game.
It's a 10 on the Weeaboo. 10. A fucking 10.
Dude, 10.
Like,
It's not even on my Wii.
Hey, Force Unleashed 2 was good for the 45 minutes that I played it, and then I was like, I beat it?
Just for
holy shit.
Just for this game, like, just come back to me when you literally have anything.
That's my thing. It's like, you don't even, there's nothing. You literally told me a title.
Yeah, because it seemed like the guy was just on the spot and like, oh, by the way,
So here, let's talk about some of the fucking internet rumors that are swirling about. And let's be honest, man, nerds are going to grasp at all kinds of straws. So take everything that we're about to repeat in fucking stride.
The grain of
Star
salt.
Wars, Jedi Fallen Order. What we do know for a fact is that this game takes place between episodes 3 and episodes 4. So you play a Padawan who has survived Order 66. That's all that you've been told. We don't know what kind of game it is. We don't know the plot of the game. We don't know the fucking mechanics. We don't know if it's a third-person shooter or a first-person shooter or if it's a fucking adventure game, if it's a telltale talking game. We don't know if it's like fucking Force Unleashed or Dark Forces. This game could be anything.
See, you and I both said the last good one was The Force Unleashed, and you were Vader's apprentice. That's what they're going to do. They're going to be like, okay, now you're going to be a good guy. You're going to be a Jedi Padawan that survived. Go do this.
You think this is going to be like a Force Unleashed reskin?
Yes.
No.
Oh, wow, dude. Like that actually hurt. Holy shit. That actually hurts that made me so mad. My earplug fell out.
Jumped out. Like, I don't want to hear this.
No.
Holy shit. Like that to me would be a huge betrayal. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but there was a Star Wars game that was supposed to come out where you played like an Imperial spy, and it was going to be like a very like underbelly of like of Coruscant.
Yeah.
You were going to go through like the criminal world
Right before Disney
got
right? Yeah, Disney bought it. Was being developed, and then when Disney bought it, they were like, "You're done."
When they bought LucasArts,
yeah.
No,
That
done.
sucks.
I remember a lot of it. All we got was like concept art from.
You had a concept. They had a code name too, and I can't think of what it was called.
It was a number, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a number.
It was like Star Wars
It was like Agent something 47 or some shit like that.
Hitman.
I don't remember.
Agent 47.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't fucking remember. This was a game that people were like, this might be good, this might be great, and then Disney was like,
No,
yoink, fuck you.
Man.
So yeah,
I hope
Star
it's good.
Wars,
I like a good Star Wars
you can
game.
hope all you want, Sweeney, but the fucking track record speaks for itself. When was the last time a good Star Wars game came out? It's been over 15 years.
But I have a new hope.
Somebody smite this motherfucker. Somebody hit him. Strike him.
Too
Strike
many
him
Star
down.
Wars
Make him.
dad jokes going on the Hateful Geeks in the past couple weeks.
That one
You're
was so
fired.
low.
Fuck you. You're out. You go join the Loving Geeks or the Dad Geeks or whatever the fuck group podcast that puts up with that bullshit. Fucking dumb.
It's just the Sweeney Geeks. That's it.
Oh,
It's just you talking
I
to
like
puppets.
Star Wars.
Just me
Thank
talking
you.
to myself.
It's just, this is what is exciting in my life.
I like this week, man.
As much as I really want a successful Star Wars game, there is absolutely nothing to go on. And that's sort of been like, as we already said, this has been the theme of E3 2018. It's been a lot of hype and not a lot of substance. So for all of our gamer listeners out there, if I were you, I would hold on to your hard-earned cash unless you have some like extreme disposable income.
Right.
But I would hold on to it until you get like some
And we
hands-on
know
experience.
they're gonna all go on sale. Like all these games, after like a month in, it's gonna be like discount 40% off.
And because I'm such a PlayStation homer, I get more excited about PSX than I do about E3 the past 2-3 years.
Which makes sense. I mean, a lot of times they actually have more
Right.
substance.
Right.
So all they announced was the title.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
No
All they
time
did was
frames
the
or
title.
anything. So
I think the guy said like holiday 2019.
What holiday?
Next Christmas.
so it'll be
Not this Christmas.
It'll be
next
on the
Christmas.
PS5. That's when this will come out.
No. It'll be a couple years before PS5.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2019 holiday is basically Christmas time of 2019. We've gone through like 20 games that were like really big for E3. There were a couple like smaller titles, kids titles, shit like that didn't really like get on anybody's radars that were there. But this is not a good time to be a gamer.
It's not.
Meh.
What?
This is the meh generation of gaming.
All I heard was meh. And I'm like, I was like, are you going French on me or
meh?
Meh. So let's just go around real quick. Of all these games that we've talked about, is there one that you would actually pre-order?
Well,
and now pre-ordering is other than we already know Tim's
other than Spider-Man, because that would be the unanimous.
Because Spider-Man is probably the glowing gem of E3 2018.
Kingdom Hearts 3 for me because I haven't pre-ordered mine yet.
I was gonna say
I'd say Ghost of Tsushima for me.
That's going to be my second one.
Yeah, I'd say of all the games we've mentioned, those two would be the only two I might actually buy.
Spider-Man, and then this is how much I didn't care. The name of the one where we said we'd play, where you get to be in the armored mechs shit. Anthem. So if you guys are getting Anthem, I'll play Anthem.
Oh, look, I love you too, buddy. Thanks. I'll play some robots in space with you. Sure.
Pew, pew. Pew, pew.
I am holding out hope that Anthem and EA right their ship. But it's EA, so they will find a way to fuck this up. But I will play a demo before I play it, and I will not
try
pre-order.
to get like in the open beta, maybe.
I refuse to pre-order this game.
Yeah,
we'll see. But like I said, EA, the E3 2018 ruining Andy's boners over and over again.
I did when we said that we were going to do this episode about E3, and I was like, all right, I'll get online, I'll start researching, I'll watch some YouTube videos and everything. There was zero excitement when I was sitting there watching it until I got to the gameplay footage of Spider-Man. Then I was like, that looks
beautiful.
awesome.
That about sums up E3.
That was it.
Yeah,
I was like,
Spider-Man.
Next,
check it out.
Next, woo! Next.
God, that was loud.
Tim, what's our what's next on our agenda for Hateful Geeks? What's next coming next week?
Next time on the Hateful Geeks.
Does Jurassic World come out this Friday?
No, Incredibles 2 comes out this Friday.
Okay. I didn't write Incredibles 2 down.
Which it could be. We could do Incredibles.
The next ones were Anime with Andy or our top 3 streaming shows, Drunk Dark Souls, Japanese wrestling.
If those titles don't interest you,
Drunk Japanese
we got
wrestling.
a couple different options coming down the pipeline. So we'll see what falls with good timing. But if you haven't yet, check out our sports ball episode from last week. It's gone live, and we get a little political geek. That one.
That's all right.
Let's all go to court.
Are you ready for some bombs?
But whether or not you're a video gamer or not, like, you got to understand, like, E3 and video games are a big part of geek culture, and we're pretty balls deep in it. And sadly, E3 did not amaze any of us this year.
There was nothing like super like, oh my god. It was just like,
there's a lot of shit where I literally went like, next, fuck you.
That was
especially Destiny. Fucking. I cannot eat. When you you're killing Nathan Fillion. Where do you get the balls to say, like, we don't need Nathan Fillion anymore? Bitch, the only reason I bought your game is because I like Nathan Fillion.
No, Nathan Fillion's like, I'm done with you, and so they had to kill him off.
I'm pretty sure.
I've got a new show
like Peter
on ABC.
Dinklage. Remember when Peter Dinklage quit Destiny 1?
Yeah.
They had to get Nolan North. There's nothing redeeming about this franchise. If you're still playing Destiny, Sweeney, then you're a fucking masochist. Or you already bought the
I already
season
bought
pass.
it.
You don't have a
I did.
choice.
I was
Sorry
going to say,
there.
I saw Lazenby playing it.
What was he?
Our buddy Lazenby.
Oh.
But I think he was the same. I think he bought
Oh,
the...
yeah.
Yep.
I
the
bought it
full
already.
shebang.
I paid. I might as well log
Get your
in.
money's worth. Get your money's worth. Walk away. That's all I have to say.
Right.
Just
Don't buy.
walk
Do not
away.
buy Forsaken. Do yourself a favor. Don't do it. Do not. But anyway,
I like the pain.
Thanks again for tuning in to the Hateful Geeks, and thanks for putting up with our video game nonsense. I'm sure our girlfriends and wives and significant others would wish we would stop playing games in general, but fuck you. It's never going to happen.
Maybe they took over E3.
Oh,
Anyway, I'm
raspberries.
Phil.
This is Sweeney.
I'm Andy.
This is Tim.
Subscribe.
And...
Wah, wah, wah.